So it's mid-afternoon at Beaver Meadows in Allegheny. We're next to a wetland here. There's a swamp sparrow. Been hearing American robin. I hear a distant marsh wren. Distant wood thrush. Something is trilling here. It's bothering me a bit. So I can't quite place it in the dark-eyed junco pine warbler complex just yet. So I'm gonna have to get closer to it and rely on Merlin to tell me what's going on. There's another swamp sparrow. Okay, now I'm more on the side of dark-eyed junco, but let's see. Alright, Merlin does think dark-eyed junco as well too. I was secretly kind of hoping worm-eating warbler, but the habitat isn't quite right. But the bird also just wasn't sounding quite right until I got closer. Okay. Ooh, giant anthill here on the trail.
After exploring Buzzard Swamp, I drove over to Beaver Meadows to hike the various trails there for the afternoon. And, after hiking for a while, I noticed there was enough bird activity to do some recording. The next 2 episodes will be a bit slower paced and less dense in birdsong as we explore the afternoon sounds of the trails at Beaver Meadows. My name is Rob, and this is Songbirding.
We're in a big wetland here in the Beaver Meadows. Common Yellowthroat. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. Just going to take a look at the trail map. So I can kind of tell you where I'm at, because I hiked in quite a bit first just to get some proper hiking in. Just finished the Pinoak Path loop. There's the Common Yellowthroat. And we're at the junction of the Seldom Seen Trail. Oh boy, that's a swamp sparrow right there. Oh, I see, we're at the Beaver Meadows Loop trail, but it goes to the Seldom Seen Trail. Which I'm trying to see what the lengths are here compared to how I started, where I started at. Yeah, I think I'll just do this entire loop, because why not? Going back is actually not going to be much shorter, and it's certainly going to be less interesting, because I didn't have a lot of birds on the way in here anyways. So I'm going to leave Merlin running in my back pocket while we walk through this wetland. Oh, a plastic floating trail. I haven't been on one of these in a while. These can be kind of annoying because if you touch anything metal while you're on them, you get electrocuted. Not really electrocuted, but you do get a shock. Static electricity. Thankfully no guardrails here. Although that could be a bad thing too. No guardrail, so I could fall in. It's super quiet here. I can see a great blue heron on a old stump in the middle of the wetland. I want to see if we can get more swamp sparrow here before we move on. They also have a trill, much like dark-eyed junco pine warbler, but I can always tell when it's a swamp sparrow. It's just from enough experience. It's loud, it rings more. It's going to be in a wetland. It's funny, it's a clear day, but it's very hazy. I think it's wildfire smoke. Probably from the East Coast, from Nova Scotia. There's another swamp sparrow, distant one. It's a red-winged blackbird. Distant ovenbird. Alright, I'm going to do some walking to the other side here. We'll see if anything new pops up. Ooh, that's a unsettling sound to be walking on. Like how this trail is tilting to one side. If you have any balance issues, I wouldn't recommend this trail. Floating but tilted to a side, so you gotta be sure to stay balanced. I also wouldn't walk this trail with other people on it. Oh, you know what? I noticed there was tracks on the trail. They were muddy tracks. But on this side, like I've crossed past the halfway point, there are no muddy tracks. And I wonder if somebody fell in. I had to walk back. I thought it was just two sets of tracks, but really it's probably the same person going back and forth or something. Because I'm not leaving any tracks behind. Great crested flycatcher. That's the croaking call for them. Oh. A little bit of a vreep mixed in. They might actually have a nest out here. A lot of dead trees that could have cavities in them. Well, their tendency is to try to get inside a cavity in a tree in the forest. They'll also do it at a wetland out in the open too. I've definitely seen that. There we go. Some more ovenbird. Oh, we got a black-throated green warbler as well. It's being a bit coy, but it's here. There it is again. I think the trail is heading somewhere where I might be able to access that bird a bit better. I'm not sure if it's being quiet or just far away. Either is possible. Oh, interesting. That was a little different. Extra note in this black-throated green. This one has an interesting song. Sounds almost like a defective green warbler. Now, birds do vary their songs quite often for all kinds of reasons. And there can be dialects, specific songs to specific birds, individual sometimes, regional variation. Sometimes novel adaptations. I feel like this bird is going away from me. So each time I get closer, it gets quieter. It's a blue-headed vireo. Yeah, it just got farther away again. Oh, there's multiple, that's why. I'm gonna step back a bit. I think they are being quiet. Now I wonder if, like, it could be a male that doesn't have a territory yet. Who's just trying to test the waters very quietly. Oh boy. Interesting sounds. Almost sounds like a catbird, but I'm pretty sure that's a blue-headed warbler, or blue-headed vireo that made that. So you might have heard earlier, though, this blue-headed vireo made a kind of ee-wee sound. It sounded a lot like the mew of a catbird. It's an ovenbird. Yeah. Blue jay. Yeah, I think that black-throated green warbler is actually nearby. It's just quiet. Blue-headed vireo's gone quiet. That's a bit more standard song. Some distant dark-eyed juncos too. Again, standard song. I mean, this is a total guess, but I could imagine a black-throated green warbler coming in to a spot where it's not sure whether this could be good territory or not, and just start singing very quietly. And in trying to be quiet, the song is going to go a little weird because they're not used to singing quiet. And then nobody attacks it, no rivals, so it starts singing loudly like it is now. It's further away from me now, but it's singing the proper song loudly. Now, I don't know that that's exactly what's going on, but I could imagine that being a reasonable hypothesis. Ooh, what was that? That was a tufted titmouse, I think. It's very high pitched. It was a trill, but it's something I've heard titmice do. Merlin doesn't know, but that doesn't surprise me on tufted titmice. They just have way too many potential songs. They can't all be in there yet. Dark-eyed junco. Also might be a Blackbird in here somewhere. Oh, okay, maybe what I thought was tufted titmouse was just a Blackburnian being hard to hear because of distance or acoustics. I was catching the end of the song. It was much like the ones I encountered this morning at Buzzard Swamp. There's a bit of a trill going on at the end. High-pitched one, not unlike what tufted titmice sometimes do. Yeah, so there's that step up higher. Yeah, I'm hearing two of them do it now. Doing that did it, but then it's another kind of variant, I guess. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's a different one. It's Blackburnian, and I can tell because it's got that stepping up thing, but I guess I didn't hear that aspect of it when I first heard it, and I thought it was all on the same note, which would have probably made it tufted titmouse to my ears. It's just another variation on the Blackburnian warbler song. Very quiet bird. Actually, I shouldn't say that. They are actually quite loud, but it's like our ears are not tuned to consider those frequencies to be important enough to emphasize. Okay, I've gotten pretty close to this one, so that's why it's a bit louder. But I have to get close for it to sound loud at all. It's not like that blue-headed vireo we can hear right now that's 10 times the distance away and almost the same volume. Actually, probably 20 times the distance away. See, the Blackbird is just like maybe 15 feet away from me right now. That ovenbird is probably 250 feet away from me. Maybe 300. And the ovenbird's louder, because its frequency range is closer to that of human voice, which is what our ears are tuned for, or rather our brains. Our ears can pick up whatever, it's the processing. All right. Got a rather sketchy footbridge to cross. It's missing a few planks. So this will be interesting. Okay. I don't know why I tested it by putting my foot on the, like there's two main boards that hold everything together to run across. There's no real way for me to test my weight on it without just going to the center of it and walking over it. Oh, I found our Blackbird warbler again. It's a neat little hemlock grove it's in. Hemlock and a little bit of pine. Bird is directly above me now in the hemlock. The blue-headed vireo.
Songbirding, the Allegheny National Forest, is a Songbirding Studios production and was recorded, engineered, narrated, and created by me, Rob Porter, with cover art and logo design by Lauren Helton, and Creative Commons music from Josh Woodward.